It was chaos, disappointment, a club built on beauty and dominance, now struggling to find its rhythm. Under Xavi, Barcelona searched for identity, fighting shadows of their glorious past. The fans, restless, the football, fragmented, and just when the doubters were louder, he arrived. Hansi Flick. The German mastermind who conquered Europe with Bayern now handed the keys to a fallen giant, with one mission: revive a dynasty. What followed wasn't just tactical evolution, it was a cultural reset, a rebirth. Under Flick, Barcelona, they started to look like Barcelona again. Ever wondered how he did that? Stick with us. This is the story of how Hansi Flick turned FC Barcelona to becoming unstoppable. Barcelona fans had pinned their hopes on Xavi, the golden boy returning home, a midfield magician of the past tasked with rebuilding a broken empire. And, for a while, it worked. La Liga was conquered. Young talents like Pedri, Xavi, and Araujo flourished. The tiki-taka DNA flickered back to life. But football isn't just about romance, it's about results. Europe remained elusive. Champions League group stage exits became routine. In big games, Barca froze. Injuries piled up. The depth wasn't there, and Xavi's system began to feel predictable. Pressing was inconsistent, possession lacked purpose, transitions too slow. And when even Camp Nou faithful began questioning the identity, something had to change. By 2024, cracks turned into chaos. The pressure was unbearable. Xavi, emotional and frustrated, announced he'd step down. It was the end of an era, and the club was again without direction. But sometimes from uncertainty comes genius, because just a few weeks later, Barcelona unveiled a new coach. Calm, tactical, ruthless, Hansi Flick. When Hansi Flick stepped into Barcelona's dressing room, he didn't bring fireworks or promises. He brought a plan, a blueprint for dominance, forged from his Bayern Munich triumphs, sharpened by German precision, and powered by relentless football IQ. This wasn't a man here to patch holes, he was here to rewire the machine, and the players felt it instantly. From the very first session, intensity returned. No more walking in midfield, no more passive pressing. Flick's Barca pressed high, recovered fast, and moved the ball with murderous intent. 4-2-3-1 became the base, but with Flick, formation was fluid. Fullbacks overlapped, wingers tucked inside, midfielders became engines. And it worked. Stats don't lie. Within the first 10 games, Barcelona averaged 2.8 goals per match, possession numbers were up to 67%, and opponents, they struggled to cross the halfway line. But it wasn't just data, it was vibes. Camp Nou felt alive again. The crowd roared louder, fans believed again, and even seasoned veterans were reinvigorated.
Yeah, of course, as a kid I always dreamed to play for Barcelona one day.
And the youth? Oh, the youth. Lamine Yamal looked like a world beater. Fermin Lopez blossomed. Even Ansu Fati returned with fire. Hansi Flick wasn't just coaching a team, he was awakening a giant. Football isn't chess, it's war. And Hansi Flick, he's a battlefield tactician with a scalpel for a mind. At Barcelona, Flick didn't rip up tradition, he refined it. His system respects Barca's DNA, possession, movement, flair. But he added something they hadn't had in years: ruthless efficiency. He started with a 4-2-3-1 formation, using Frank de Jong and Gudon as the double pivot. They didn't just control the tempo, they dictated the narrative, always moving, always scanning. The attacking trio behind the striker, pure dynamite. Yamal on the right, Joao Felix floating centrally, and Xavi as the wild card, relentless, fearless, disruptive. And up front, Lewandowski, reborn. Not just a poacher, but a pivot point, linking the chaos into poetry. And the press? Flick's press was carnage wrapped in choreography. When they lose the ball, they win it back in 5 seconds or less. If you're late, you're benched. Transitions became weapons. Fullbacks like Balde pushed so high, it was like playing with wingers. Centre-backs stepped into midfield like chess pieces, flipping the board. Set pieces? Rehearsed down to the breath. Short corners, disguised free kicks, Barca became unpredictable again. And behind all this, a coach who demanded perfection, but gave belief. He turned the tactical playbook into a manifesto. Sometimes a coach doesn't just teach football, he transforms belief. And under Hansi Flick, Barcelona's locker room went from silent doubts to deafening unity. At the start, the players were hesitant. They'd seen systems come and go, philosophy after philosophy, but from the moment Hansi Flick walked in, it was different. He does have that element of being a sergeant about him, but he's good as gold when he speaks with players. I feel free. I think that's what he's transmitted to me. To play without pressure and to do what I know, I feel much more at ease, Pedri shared in an interview on Hansi. Lewandowski, back to vintage form. He spoke about his connection with Flick in an interview. Frenkie de Jong described it as liberating. Joao Cancelo said he asks us to risk everything and then shows you how to win it all back. And it wasn't just the veterans. The kids, Yamal, Fermin, Kubasi, they started playing like they'd seen Barca at its best in their dreams, and now they were living it. In the locker room, speakers blast music. The vibe, pure joy. We're having fun again, said Xavi. And when we enjoy football, we're dangerous. This wasn't just a squad, it was a rebirth. A fusion of legends, youth, and a coach who made everyone believe they were writing history. Because under Flick, it wasn't just about playing well, it was about playing like Barcelona again. You can feel the difference, but can you measure it? Under Hansi Flick, Barcelona's transformation isn't just poetic, it's statistical. Let's start with the obvious goals scored. In the final 10 games of Xavi's last season, 14 goals. In Flick's first 10, 27. Almost double. The attack's alive again. And it's not just coming from Lewandowski. Shots on target per game, it's jumped from 4.8 to 7.1. Expected goals, XG, that's from 1.3 to 2.6. Possession remains Barca's DNA, but under Flick, it's purposeful. Not side to side, but slicing through midfield. Passes into the final third rose by 38%. And defensively, here's the kicker, Barca's goals conceded per match, it dropped from 1.4 to 0.8. That's near elite territory. It's dominance, on paper and on the pitch. And the biggest stat, win rate, 83% under Flick. The message is clear, this isn't a rebuild, it's a revival. Barca isn't just back, they're rewriting the math behind domination. Every great team has a blueprint, and Hansi Flick, he brought a German-engineered one to Barcelona. From day one, Flick tore up the stale 4-3-3 that had become predictable under Xavi. In its place, a fluid hybrid system that shifts in real time. A 4-2-3-1 when building, a 3-2-5 in attack, and something entirely chaotic when they smell blood. The double pivot, a signature Flick move, freed up Pedri and Gunon. Now they're not bogged down in the build-up. They're orchestrating final passes, slicing through lines, and arriving late in the box. Joao Cancelo, once a question mark, now plays everywhere. Left back, inverted mid, attacking winger. Flick loves chaos, and Cancelo thrives in it. And the pressing? Oh, the pressing. Under Flick, Barca's press isn't just aggressive, it's coordinated. Triggers are everywhere. Lose the ball, 6 players pounce it in a synchronized fashion. Then there's versatility. Flick, he doesn't wait. Within seconds of recovery, Barcelona attacked. It's the Bayern model reborn at Camp Nou. Relentless, direct, brutal. Even in possession, there's intention. No more U-shaped passing. Every pass pulls a string. Every movement is bait. And in all this movement, one thing stays consistent. Flick's trust in youth. Lamine Yamal, Fermin Lopez, Kubasi, given real minutes, real responsibility. Because to Flick, age is just a number. Intelligence and instinct, that's what wins games. And that's why Barcelona, under Flick, looks unstoppable. Then came the big win. April 26, 2025, Seville, Copa del Rey final, El Clasico. The biggest game in world football, and it delivered fireworks. Barcelona versus Real Madrid, one match to decide it all. The pressure? Immense. The energy? Off the charts. And from the first whistle, it was war. Madrid struck early, but Barca, they hit back harder. Goals flew in, tensions exploded, and extra time loomed. Then, Jules Koundé, 116th minute, scored the winning goal for Barca. It was an electrifying goal. Unbelievable. The squad went wild. The final whistle blew. 3-2 to Barca. Flick pumped his fist. Fans cried. And Madrid? Silent. This wasn't just a cup final. It was a statement. The Flick era has officially arrived. Oh, and drama? There was plenty. Antonio Rudiger's fiery meltdown earned him a 6-match suspension. El Clasico never disappoints. Barca's 32nd Copa del Rey, another trophy in the cabinet, but more importantly, it proved this team has its fire back. With Flick at the helm, the chaos has turned to confidence. This is a team reborn, and the world is watching. From broken hopes to Barcelona's rebirth, this is what Hansi Flick has done. He didn't just take charge, he took over. Tactics, mentality, belief, it's all different now. This team plays fast, fights hard, and bleeds for the badge. From La Masia talents to seasoned stars, everyone has leveled up, and this is just the beginning. With silverware already in hand and more in sight, Barca isn't just back, they're dangerous. And if you're still doubting the Flick effort, just replay that El Clasico. The future of Barcelona has arrived, and it's ruthless, relentless, and ready to dominate. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite Hansi Flick moment in the comments. More stories, more drama, and more beautiful football coming your way.